Oh, fun. I know somebody said, don't tell Bobby. Bobby.
Well, I don't know if we're streaming yet. I got the banner over here, but
It
still
says
seems
it's
to be
being,
setting up.
it says
It's
it's
still
being
setting
live
up.
streamed,
Yeah.
but it usually takes 45 seconds to get to Zoom.
Yeah. Well, we'll go ahead and it still shows that it's still redirecting to YouTube, but I'm just going to go ahead and start the spiel and welcome to Reveille Networking Online. I'm Bruce Keene, part of the technology team. Mo is winging her way to Mexico to save souls today, so she's not going to be with us today. She says she will probably Zoom in next week. David McGuffin is on sound. We have Frank Fuss on cameras, and so I think we have enough people in the right places that are going to work this out. So online we have Mr. Matthew Bardsley. Let's see. Here we go. And then we have, let's see, Mr. Steve Schumacher right here. There we are. And I'm starting to hear sound here. I think what's happening is, oh, yes, there we go. That needs to go down. All right. So we're being told we have 2 minutes. So far, we've only got two Zoomers and
Three. Sean
three.
just
I don't see him.
he's
Oh, there we go. That was because Mr. Sean Atkinson, everybody.
Good morning.
Let's see here.
he was getting his
there we
camera
go.
turned on, and then he had to turn on his light so you could see through him.
Let's see. Where's the? How come? Remove spotlight. Remove spotlight.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Don, that's the problem when you stand directly behind the sun coming in through the window.
Yeah,
That's right.
Exactly.
So David's got a new setup for the Reveille. So we tested it earlier. It does work, but that doesn't usually mean it's always going to work. So we'll see. But he's got a new setup. So we'll. Got it. We're ready to go.
Howdy. You screwed me up, Jerry. That's rude. That's rude. All right. Hey, guys, thanks for joining us. Please join us with the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Guys, I am so glad to see each and every one of you. Before we get really going, we want to go ahead and get into our prayer and invocation this morning. Mo is usually the person that does that for us, but she is not here. Do we have anybody who was volunteering to do that? I figured you would. Roland, please come on up. Please pray with us.
Dear Father, we just thank you for this beautiful day that you blessed us with. We know that there's so much pain and needs out there, whether it be financial, mental, pain. And we just ask that you use your mighty power to reach in to these situations. And we ask for healing and strength and understanding. We ask that you bless this food as we take it to our bodies. In your son's name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Roland. Appreciate that very, very, very much. And what you said, I think, is absolutely correct. Our people are under attack right now, man. And I'm not just talking about the people in this room, people in our community, man. There's some crazy stuff going on between mental health and illnesses. I know one of my good friends yesterday just reported that her son, her 9-year-old son, has cancer. So they're dealing with that. I mean, our kids are under attack. So we need some more prayer, man. I'm telling you. All right. Who here has never been to Reveille before in their entire life? Please raise your hand. We got one person. Yay. All right. We're so glad that you're with us today. You're going to get to hear what this group is all about. And it's more than just Adam talking on a microphone. That's why you all come back, because if that's all it was, that would be awful. It's about our community. It's about helping each other. It's about being part of something bigger than who we are and what we do. And because of that, we're going to get to do something that we're coming up into my favorite time of the year. And it's something that Reveille's been a part of for a few years now. And it's, man, we're in arrow season. This isn't Christmas season. This is arrow season. So we're going to hear from Raven back there in the back here in just a little bit. She's going to tell us the awesome things that they're doing, how we as a group can support them, and how we as individuals can support them as well. Let's see, what else do I have? I need to announce a whole bunch of different folks in the room that are very important to what we do. So good morning to our leadership team. Leadership team, please raise your hand. Yay, give them a big round of applause. Give them a bigger round of applause. Give them a smaller round of applause. Yay. Okay, thank you. That was weird. So these guys make sure that we do the things that we say we're going to do. This is not, I think they went the wrong way. Who let this guy in the room? Hang on a second. That was really funny. With our leadership team, they make sure that we stay on track, do things that we're supposed to do. We stay on mission. It's mostly okay, but it's still going. Yeah. I don't know why I did that on the microphone so the people online can hear me. But yeah, like I said, they allow us to do things that we need to do, be a part of the community, stay on track. And now that I'm done with that and said that like 4 times, I'm going to go ahead and say good morning also to our technology team. Why do they get such a big cheer? That's crazy, y'all. So our technology team, well, it's because you deserve it, because, well, it has everything to do the logo that you have on your shirt. So they're very, yep, I think they did good. So they take care of things, make sure the microphones, everything works, to keep your hand off the dial. They make sure that our Zoomers are here, and they have to get here at 4:30 in the morning, y'all, to set all this up. It's crazy. It is. Maybe one day they'll have it down. Then we say good morning to our check-in team. Good morning, check-in team. Somebody knock on the window for them. Hey, Andrew. So we're so glad that those guys are with us. Make sure that there's a smiling face whenever you come walking in, that they're the first people hopefully you see, and that they have a smile. And if they're not smiling, what'd you do to them? I'm sure. Yeah. All right. With that, I want to say good morning to our Zoomers. How many we got on Zoom this morning? 2, 3, 4, 18, 1. Oh, shoot. Gotcha. Yeah. So we got 3 roving Rev. I like that. We got 3 folks that are actually Zoomed with us. The rest of that's just all support. So we're going to say good morning to our Zoomers here in just a minute. We're glad that you guys are with us. No, we got 5 Zoomers on there actually. So I'm so glad you guys are with us. For those that don't know, and there's only one person that probably doesn't know, this is a holdover from our COVID era when we were right as COVID hit. We had all our meetings on Zoom like most folks did. we found out there's some folks that really enjoy being able to come in and Zoom in, be a part of the group, be a part of the community when they're not able to actually be here physically. So maybe they feel a little under weather, maybe they're on vacation, maybe they just don't want to put pants on that day. Then they can still come on as long as their camera shows from here up. We're perfectly fine with them coming and zooming with us. So the link for that is going to be in our newsletter or on Facebook. If you ever need to get a hold of us and want to zoom in, you know how to do it. All right. With that, let's go ahead and continue on. We've got our purpose. I know we've got a couple of folks. Oh, Mike's got our purpose this morning. Come on up. Mike, let us know. Well, hang on. Shh. He does not get free. He does not get free commercials, y'all. So, all right, Mike, why are we here?
Well, hello, everybody. Reveille, what's going on? Hey, I'm going to tell you why we're here today, the purpose. So there's 5 purposes. Whoa, hello. Can you hear me? Hey, business owners. Who's business owners? Raise your hand. All right. All the crazy business owners in the room, that's why we're here, to build some more business. Hey, and we also have corporate employees. Corporate employees? Yay, they love their jobs. Those in transition, who's transitioning right now to something different? Oh, yeah. All right, we got to get to know her so somebody can connect her. Yay, that's awesome, because entrepreneurs happen when you don't have a job. Say, hey, you know what the next group is? The retirees. Woo! They're always here because they got nothing else to do. And we're glad to have them. And then, hey, the biggest reason that we're here, back in the room, we're going to hear later, is giving back, because that's what we want to do. Whether it's giving back in a business opportunity to someone else that's in this room, or breakfast. We love our breakfast, right? Anybody love breakfast? Hey, all right. Or giving expertise back to other people so they can grow their businesses or be better in the community. So that's what we're all about, giving back. And the vision statement is to positively impact business professionals in our community through the development of the quality relationships, the passion of the 12th man, and the inspiration to get up early. Woo!
Think you can turn me up now, because apparently I don't talk as loud as Mike. All right, so let's see who's got our history this morning. History. Oh, Mr. Phil Powers.
Good morning. Back in 2016, when Phil Powers lost his job at networking. Oh, pardon me. Phil worked with him. Well, lost his job. And he didn't have a network. He found out he didn't have a network. So he found out there's a Reveille group down in Houston. He started attending and found out that it was a drag to drive down there every Friday morning. So he started one here in the Woodlands area, and we've moved from several locations over the years, but we've also served over 2,000 people at this Reveille group. It's an outstanding opportunity for businesses to network with other people and other groups, and individuals to network with other people and other groups. We have we've developed a great number of fellowships over the year, and to the point where you learn something new about something every week. For instance, I didn't realize John used to be a former police officer. He'll have to tell you that story later. It's an outstanding service opportunity to help our community. We do a lot of different service projects for this community. Just a couple weeks ago, we're over here, and we rolled over 2,000 snack bags for Meals on Wheels, and that's among some of our activities. We also support groups at Christmas time to buy and wrap presents for children, and we also provide scholarships to Texas. What's that school in Texas they talk about here? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, for Texas A&M, for students for Texas A&M. So we do a lot of things. We have a lot of fun. So if you haven't been here before, join us. We'll make it comfortable for you.
Thank you, Phil. Appreciate it. I got two comments. One, how could you forget the name of the only SEC team that's undefeated? And two, I too have had experiences with police officers. So anyway, okay. That's a different story for a different day, my friend. How about that? So, all right. Anyway, as we continue on, who's got our 12th man tag here? Oh, holy cow! You're like, man, you're fairly new. I mean, you only been here what, a month and a half, 2 months. You got a pulse and you agreed. You sucker.
What I get for coming early. I wanted the free breakfast. Now I get to talk. So in 1922, E. King Gill became known as the 12th man during the A&M game against Center College, known as the Dixie Classic. Ding, ding, ding. There we go. The team had lost many players due to injury and the flu. If any more players were lost, the team would have to forfeit. Coach Dana, ex-Bible, called into the stands for E. King Gill to suit up and be ready to play in case of any more injuries. E. King Gill was prepared to step up and support the team, effectively acting as the player on the field. He never actually entered the game, but his willingness to be ready to play solidified the tradition at A&M. My last time to do this, probably. Reveille networkers received their badge after their to signify our willingness to be the and step up to help each other at Reveille. And today we're excited to announce we have 3 name taggers. If you'll come on up. Hold on. And bag number 1, John Miller. Come on up, John Miller. Should we come to you? All right. Second bag, Alan Cunningham. Come on down. And the third contestant on the Price is 12, Jerry Martin. Come on down. All right. Mr. Martin, Mr. Cunningham, and Mr. Miller. There we go. Thank you very much.
All right. Real quick, just so you know, let's see. Jerry's got his 25. Alan's got his 100. And John Miller went all the way back down to 12. It was weird. Yep. Oh, sorry. Or he's at his 250, y'all. So give them a big round of applause. So for our new folks that may not quite understand why we gave the 12th man spiel, what that basically means is on your 12th meeting, you have indicated your readiness, your willingness to be a part of our group, ready, willing, and able to serve. So you get your own official 12th man badge. It says 12 on it and everything. And then we have other milestones, 25, 50, 75, 100, 150, 200, and 250. After that, Aggies don't know how to count anymore. So we've just stalled out there for a few years. Maybe one day we'll pick it up. I don't know. So, so we want you to come back at least 12 times so you can earn your 12th man badge. Now, you don't have to do it consecutively, but hey, there is something that you need to know. For all you new folks, you specifically, you're off the hook at the moment. The rest of y'all, there's a couple of newer folks in here. Aggies, what happens if something happens more than once? It becomes tradition. That's exactly correct. So now it is Aggie tradition that you keep showing up. You can't stop. That's your one warning. You show up one more time, tradition cannot come. So with that, we're going to go ahead and get to our favorite parts. Now, remember, we have Arrow coming up. We have Raven going to come up and talk to us in just a few minutes. We're going to do commercials. They're going to be drop and go. However, it's very important, I think, that we recognize the newer folks the newer folk that's in our room. So if you have never been to Reveille before in your entire life, please come forward. Where's the other mic? There it is. It is really not as scary as you think. This is, however, where you do the dance. No, so we're just going to do a quick interview. I did not. You just have to know. All right, so we're just going to ask a couple questions. I bet you know the answers to them. If you don't, then we have bigger problems. The first question is, what is your name?
My name is Arthi D'Souza.
Perfect. Where are you from originally, and how long you been in the area?
Like where we're culturally?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was born and raised in India.
Perfect.
Okay. I am right now working with Comerica Bank. I am the branch manager over at Research Force and Six Pines. Few lights down.
I didn't ask that question yet.
Okay. I'm ahead of the game.
So how long you been here in this area, though, the Woodlands?
Okay, so we moved from California 10 years ago.
Congratulations.
But Texas is home now.
Dang right. Awesome. Well, we're glad to hear. One of the things I like, the reason why I like asking that question, y'all, is because we get folks from all over the place, even Alabama, and so we just like to know where people are from. I think it's a great thing that we're a good mixing area here. So, well, not that part. All right. So now I'm going to ask, what do you do?
I'm the branch manager at Comerica Bank.
Wow, that's like we knew that. It's weird. So now, how long you been in that role?
So I've been in the role. I've been in management for over 20 years. But I've been with Comerica for 4 years, in the industry for 20.
Okay, so when you say branch manager, what does that mean for your role? What are you doing?
Just about anything and everything. I manage a group of employees. I am accountable for sales, development, and not just that, but truly building and developing client relationships.
That's great. So if there's a one particular way that a group like this could help you, what does that look like? What do you think?
Send me more referrals or come on over. I would love to talk to all of you.
Are you saying you want our money?
Yes, I want your money.
Okay, I gotcha. All right, that's fair. I mean, most people seem to want my money these days. So, all right. So, last question for you is, how did you hear about the group?
Nikki.
Nikki, all right. And you showed up anyway. Thank you very much. So that was pretty painless. Wasn't too bad.
It wasn't bad at all.
Anything else you want to say to us?
No, thank you for having me here, and it's a great group.
Appreciate you. All right. All right. She did fantastic, y'all. Thank y'all. Oh, yeah. You got to get up and have your picture taken. Sorry. This sounds really violent, y'all. Holy cow. I think I'm going to make an executive decision. Don't ever tell Frank to shoot anybody again. At least not when it's on at least not when it's videoed on YouTube or something. So, all right. We're going to go ahead and get into our commercials right now. I'm going to start with our Zoomers. They're going to show us how a drop and go works. So we've got Matthew Bargsley and Stephen. How did you write all that? Goodness gracious. Matthew, then Stephen Shoemaker. Matthew, show us how a drop and go works.
Matthew Bardsley, IT Discovery at KBR.
Okay, that's almost how it goes. All right, so you did great, Matthew. Thank you. It was on our end. Stephen Shoemaker.
Good morning. I am Stephen Shoemaker with Redemption Roofing. I don't know if you noticed the standings late, but I actually represent two teams on this list because I'm both an Aggie and a Red Raider. And I also note there are.
No, he can keep going. He's talking about football. Turn it back up. Sorry.
Oh, somebody muted me. Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
We can.
Okay. Yep. Hey, I'm Steve Shoemaker with Redemption Roofing.
Drop and go, Steve.
Home of the better roof system. I got you, Steve. All right. For our new folks, that is not how a drop and go works. All right. Edgar Almanza, then Jeff. Edgar.
Edgar Almanza. Good morning, Reveille. Edgar Almanza, Business Development Manager for SGS Redback at the oil and gas business. Have an excellent day, excellent weekend. Edgar Almanza.
All right. Thank you, Jeff.
I'm Jeff Kirchhoff. I'm IT Service Delivery Manager for Equinor.
All right. Did we get everybody online?
No.
No. Who we got?
Sean.
Oh, Sean, there you are. Sorry. You weren't on my. Good Lord, your head is big.
That's what she said. Anyway, Sean Atchison, Business Development, Group 3. Have a great weekend.
Oh, Group 3. I hate to hear that. So, all right, man. Thank you so much. We'll hear more about you later. All right. All right. So for those that may not have understood, a drop and go is simply this: Adam Cook, Cook Insurance Group, Commercial Insurance. Jerry, what did I say?
Adam Cook.
Perfect. All right. It is your name, your company name, and your industry, and that's all you get. All right, let's try it out.
Jerry Martin, and I've got a 25 badge. Thank you.
Marilyn Sander, Pro Action Careers, Search and Recruiting Business.
Susan Woods. I'm in transition for an office management role. Once again, Susan Woods. Thank you.
Howdy. I know John Stacy is positive. Are you?
Howdy. Jay Dickey with Dickey Law Group. We're estate planning, probate, and business law.
Good morning. I'm Joel Surmeyer with My Lending Network, a mortgage broker here in the Woodlands.
Good morning. Tommy Hunter, Class 84.
Howdy. John Stacy, business coach and advisor.
I'm a David Lee. I was used to be the faculty in A&M College Station. I'm currently at work as a retired resources to the small business.
Todd Payne, class of 03, Alpha Process Sales, beat the hell out of South Carolina.
Alan Cunningham, the Home Inspections Company.
Raven Green, Arrow Child and Family Ministries. We're a nonprofit.
Ronald Lambert, Hardware IT Program Manager at Hewlett Packard.
Mike Mogel, Clean Sweep Office Clean, and Trinity Steam Cleaning Services.
Stephen Lockhart, My Story Guy, Video Biographies.
All right.
If that's not a still, are we ready? No. David McGuffin, Space City Payments. If you can be tapped in for flight. Bruce Keene, Southern Cross Communications, replacing these with phones that say, wow. Frank Best Life Coaching. I take my clients from Ewart and Thorpe from good to great, frustration to celebration.
I don't need that microphone. I got my own. All right. Hey, you guys did a great job to get everybody in the room.
All right, so we're gonna get to one of my favorite times of the whole year. Raven, please come up. So we, by the way, while she's coming up, Don, what are you positive for?
COVID.
Roland said you were positive. I'm like,
Hey guys, sorry, Zoom is frozen on
So who here has
on the
been
screen
to
here.
one of our I almost said our Raven parties, our arrow parties, rap parties, been part of them for a while. So we got a number of hands up. If you didn't raise your hand, that's okay, because you have some opportunities this year. And one of the things that we figured out early on in our Reveille life, we just celebrated 9 years. Is that, man, even with a small group, we can be really powerful and be a part of the community and actually affect real change and be part of people's lives, even if we don't get to actually shake their hands. And one of the ways we figured out how to do that is during Christmas, there's always additional need. And you know, there's so many giving and awesome folks within our community, but we wanted to be able to pick out just a couple of folks or a couple of organizations to be able to work hand in hand with. And Arrow came in, what, this will be our 4th year with you or 5th year, something like that.
It'll be our 4th year with me being
Yeah,
here,
okay.
but I think
We were
started prior to that.
So I think we're 5 or 6 years with Arrow. And what we do is we end up purchasing a bunch of toys. Now we also make it available for other people to purchase. Now, one thing that I learned early on though is when we're purchasing those toys, most people when they go to an Amazon wish list, they go to the cutesy thing. This is for a cute little baby. And that's great. We love that when people purchase things, they purchase things for the cute baby. But you know who often gets left out? The teenagers. The 13, 14-year-old girl that needs a hoodie or wants a hoodie or whatever it is. So what we do specifically when I'm sitting and looking through lists, I go to the older kids first. And I go to some of the more expensive things first to get those off of there, so the people that just go in there, they just want to buy the cutesy thing that they have the ability to do. Give her the other microphone. So, but even though we buy about $5,000 worth of stuff, there's still a greater need than that. So,
okay.
And it's not just Christmas that you guys do stuff. So with that, I want to give it up for Raven. She's been a part of our community for a while, does great things. We love Raven. So tell us how we can support you more.
Good morning, Aggies. Good morning. Thanks for having me. Yes, this is my favorite breakfast, to come and see you guys, some of the faces that I have known for several years that really have the heart to love on these kids that are kind of in, a sticky situation by no fault of their own, right? I mean, it's the adults that have created this vortex that they are caught in. I'm Raven Green, Director of Development for Arrow Child and Family Ministries. We started in '92 with just simply foster care, just the basic foster care. Our headquarters is over on 2920, so just take 45 down, take a right on 2920. I'm about a few miles down. But we now serve the entire state of Texas, and we are now the largest foster care provider in the state. And we no longer just simply provide basic foster care. We're doing a lot of kinship care, which means if, children in my family were being removed by CPS, I want to be on that list to be a possible caretaker for them. So think of the word kin, relative, so kinship care. We really stress that. We think the kiddos are best served in, a family that maybe they know the grandparents, the aunt and uncle. We also do fictive kin, where we're calling the coach, the Sunday school teacher. My kiddos have, friends that if something ever happened to their parents, I would definitely step up and say, let me care for those kids. So I do a lot of that. We do behavioral health services. So we do the full wraparound care for the kids, and not just the kiddos in care, but any biological children that are in the home and the foster parents as well. So we want them to kind of land gently and really be cared for completely. So that's a little bit about us. Very quick and dirty explanation. We have a great website with all of our programs, but really why I'm here today and more now than ever before with, government shutdown, a lot of these families were affected by losing their jobs. We have a lot of parents that were furloughed. Some of these families do depend on SNAP benefits, food banks, that kind of thing. So this is kind of be a stressful year for everybody, but thank you, Reveille. Y'all have never let us down. Adam, you have been amazing, such a blessing to us. So we just appreciate all of you. I do have a flyer. I'll pass it around, a few QR codes here. So every year we do a little Christmas party for the kids. We provide the families with gifts. We have this incredible Santa that comes. I mean, I think straight out of the North Pole. That crimson suit is a little maroon in my opinion, but nevertheless brings joy, and it's such a fun time. So we're looking for people to serve. We're looking for people to give gifts, and we are also looking for any monetary donations that you might be called to give. $10, awesome. 10,000, great. Whatever is in your heart. So what's that? In your budget. That's right. And so anyway, so thank y'all so much. I'll pass these around. I also have cards. I would love to talk to anybody that just wants more information about Arrow, what we do. We're really pushing planned giving. Put us, designate us in your will, in your IRA beneficiary, those type of things. That's simple, that's long lasting, that leaves a legacy. So I'd love to take you to coffee, take you to lunch. I'd love to just, get this community around these families and kids. I'd love for you to be the link to your church. We also support different ministries and churches. So any ideas you have, I'm open to. So just thank y'all for having me again, Adam. I appreciate it. I love being here. I love you guys. I would never tell my husband that I'm saying I love Aggies, but I love you guys. His what did she say?
What's not to love? All right, we're going to hand this out here. You're not done though. So here, can I get somebody to kind of hand this out for her, please? Grab your microphone so folks can hear you. So yeah, I guess we're going to do an interview here a little bit, or just kind of get a little bit more information, because I know there are some folks that are newer and they really don't. Look, you're milking it. Stop. Golly, right in the middle of all this. I mean, God bless you, sir. That's what I meant to say. So we actually have some folks that haven't been with us before. We've got some folks that have. I know Christmas is going to look a little bit different as far as how we're doing things. Can you kind of tell people what's going on?
Yeah, that's a great point. I should have covered that. So the second week of December, what we're going to do is having some shopping experiences for the parents, which means we will have all the toys laid out, unwrapped, for the parents to come and shop for what they think the kids in their care would like. Where volunteers come into play is we'll have a table with wrapping paper and bows for volunteers to wrap those gifts. These are within school hours, so the kids will not be present. One, it just kind of helps build the dignity for the parents, right? Showing that they're not, getting the handouts. And it's also become very cumbersome. They usually will have a party. They're picking up the gifts and the kids and Santa and cookies, and it's just a lot. So we're doing this.
They're not picking up Santa.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
They are not picking up Santa. But so that was a lot. So we'll do the shopping experience during the week. There's 2 different dates for that. I believe it's the 10th. I think, or the 11th and 12th. I'll let you know.
So yeah, that's actually on our should be on our newest newsletter,
Okay.
or will be coming out. It'll be on Facebook. Okay.
Oh, good.
Right. So
Great.
you'll be able to sign up. So for that week, you need help with folks to wrap presents as
Yep.
the parents pick them out,
Yep.
guide people.
Yep.
things like that. Anything else you need help with?
And then on Saturday, that's the 13th, that's when Santa will be there. We're looking for people just to kind of help with that whole experience. Santa will be there. We'll have a photographer. Maybe if we know one, that would be great. Take pictures with Santa and the kiddos. They'll have cookies and just kind of helping guide and control the chaos. So that's on Saturday, 10 to 1.
So yes, Saturday is going to be more of a cookies with Santa type thing. So Santa will be kind of the main attraction. So if you bring cookies to Santa, he appreciates that. Or so I have been told. So I mean, and cocoa.
It checks out.
It checks out. That's funny. But so yeah, the format is a little bit different than what we've done in the past. So before we would do a wrap party where we'd wrap all the presents on one day and come back the next week, and that's when we'd have our party. We're really not having the wrap party this year. So, and that's totally okay. I know.
We had to really listen to the parents and kind of what they needed.
What do they, I mean, why are they important?
I know.
I mean, their needs take precedent over our needs of, whatever. All right. Not true. Okay. So, now you guys do stuff. I mean, we're talking about Christmas. But you guys have needs all throughout the year. Give them a little bit more idea of what that looks like.
Yeah, we do. So backing up from this time of year, we have back to school, where we really like to supply all of our kiddos with basic school supplies, shoes, lunch boxes, water bottles, those type of things. We're collecting that all year long. Anytime you just think about us, I mean, we're always taking socks, shoes, that kind of thing. And whatever can help supplement the parents would be super helpful. Lots of times, if you're in a small group at a church or something outside of here, if you just have it on your heart to do something, to collect something, reach out to me. Let's figure out the best way to do it. Always looking for cards. If you're in a crafting group and you want to make cards, I love to lift these families up and just encourage them. This is not light or easy work, right? So encouraging those families and that type of thing. I would encourage you to also get involved at your church if you do have a foster and adoption ministry, because that's a great time to come around these families, take them a meal, that type of thing. Very beneficial.
So I've heard you have an overabundance of foster parents, people willing to take people in. So you don't need any more help there, right?
We always need foster parents.
Okay.
We always need foster parents.
So are
always.
are you saying I'm wrong in that you don't have enough?
Correct.
Okay.
You're absolutely correct. There's never enough, foster parents. We are, like I said, really trying to tap into kinship care. And that is also making sure that those family members go through the licensing process so they can get the subsidy that comes through, from the government. So yes, always looking for that. Also looking for respite caregivers. So that's, if a kid is in between placements, it could be a Christmas Eve, right? They need a place to go. So respite is just a short-term caregiver. Or if a foster family's out of town and they just need someone for the weekend. Some of y'all know quite well what that is. And so we're always looking for that. And really people just spreading the word of the need, right? We need people to be aware of what's going on.
Well, and that's a place like this is a great way to get that word out there. So there's other ways to serve. There is being a foster, a foster parent. Long term, you're talking about the respite care, but that also includes, let's say a family needs to go to the hospital or the doctor or something like that, and they need somebody to come in quickly just to sit with and make sure that the kids are taken care of. There's so many different ways to serve. There's also educational advocacy.
We have schools in Maryland. We don't do any of that here in Texas.
Well, so what I was thinking though is, and I've heard this before, it's something to do with educational advocacy, because they don't have a parent that's in the public school, but they need somebody to advocate for that kid while in school, and sometimes the foster parent is not that person.
So lots of times CASA, I don't know, child advocates, a lot of people get on with CASA, and that's really the advocate that goes along with that child. And they do a lot of that. Now, a lot of the public schools do have advocates in the schools for the kids. They are actually built out as a part of the ISD, which is really interesting, and each school has it. Also, if you have the heart to give and maybe Arrow isn't your thing, reach out to your public schools, those middle schools, those high schools, give them the blankets and the socks and the shoes. They will take them because kids come to school, maybe they don't have things like that, and they have to immediately go to their closet and get it. So if Arrow's not your thing, reach out to your local school. They can help you fill that.
That's fantastic. So I don't want to call anybody. Oh, yes, John. Okay. So for those online, the question was, what do you have to do, or what's the process to become a foster parent? And thanks, John. Can I actually pass that? And that's a loaded question.
So Arrow actually license families to be foster families, respite caregivers, kinship, all of that can be done through Arrow. The process can take as long or it can be as quick as you want it to be. There is a deep dive into background, financials, that type of thing, right? I mean, they're just not going to license anybody. What's that? Yeah, they do. They go into your home. We have a whole family development team. Make sure your house is safe. Do you have a fire extinguisher? Are things the way they need to be? Do you have a bed for this child? Do you have a proper place for this child? Do you have running water? That is a real thing. So all of that can be done through Arrow, and we have case managers that walk through with you that whole step of the way. Can you be passed? I'm sure you'll pass. You'll pass.
If only you knew.
So anyway, I mean, I think it's about a 6-month process, John, but again, it can go as quickly as you need or want it to go. Or, some people are like, oh, I don't want to pull all that information, or we're not going to be home. So it delays things. So yes, ma'am. Oh, of course. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is not even something that Arrow, I mean, that's the state. I mean, the state has their basic checklist, and then Arrow on top of that. We have other things that.
So for those online, that question was, do you run a background check?
Yes.
And that was the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And what's that? Yes.
All right, let's do it through the microphone.
Okay. Thanks so much for coming and for helping families and children. So what is the average time? So let's say somebody's has a foster child. What is the average time, and they want to adopt to be a permanent parent? What is the average time for that?
So that is not an easy answer because the parent has to relinquish rights. So, I mean, and we are not in the business of just pulling kids out of homes to, build other people's families. Our true intent is to get that child back to their family if and when possible. Sometimes it's just not possible, right? It's not a safe place. It will never be a safe place. The parents have, issues that they are not going to try to get better. But we always want to try to get the child back. And depending on, those parents relinquishing rights, lots of times they're wards of the state, and it gets really sticky. I don't have an answer for that. I mean, 'cause it can vary. It's really, but we do a lot of adoptions. Yes, sir.
So this may be a strange question, but does the child have any say-so? Right? For example, if you say, we're going to put you back with your family, and now they see the way a family really is, can they say, I don't want to go back?
So lots of times that comes down to the cost of volunteer worker, the case managers, the judge, right? Do you have a judge that's willing to listen to a child? Is it a 2-year-old? Is it a 16-year-old, right? I think there's a lot of things that come into play. The great thing is to have an CASA advocate. That is the volunteer that goes with this child the entire term that they are in foster care. that knows the teachers, the ins and the outs, really knows the family and the family dynamics, to where when a child says, I don't want to go there, that's not safe, the CASA volunteer can say, that checks out. That is not a safe place for that child. So I think it's a case by case. I am not on the program side, so I can't even, speak to, how long or, how often that happens. Yes, sir.
First question is, what's the maximum number of children one family can receive? Second one is, does family has the right to select which kid or from a list or whatever, maybe interview, then they want, I want this, or no, that one, no, like that kind.
Yeah, great question. So the state sets the number of children at 6, and that is your biological children and or foster care children in the house. So if I already have 3 of my own biological children, I can only then foster 3 other kiddos. And then there are very, very specific stipulations on how they sleep, if they're boys versus girls, where they sleep, all the things. So that's that. And then your second question was, does a foster parent have a say-so on who that? We do have a lot of families that come in and say, we only want the babies, right? The babies are cute, they're easy, that type of thing. They're not as mouthy. They don't have opinions. So yes, so you can say, hey, this is what we really are looking for. Or maybe you already have, 3 biological sons, so you only want boys. You don't want to bring in a girl, right? So they do take that information, can't always guarantee, but you do have the option to say, I'm not comfortable with that. So that's the thing. We have several families that they have young children of their own. They don't want to have a teenager in the house, right? Because it would really disrupt the dynamics of their household. So they want younger children to, kind of be along the same age. So yeah, that is part of the process. The whole home development team, that's something that they take into consideration as well.
Now, one of the things I saw when being thrust in the role of Santa, you get to be one-on-one with a lot of these kids a lot. It's awesome, but it's also kind of heartbreaking at times. But one thing I've noticed is that there are a number of kids out there that are special needs. Yes. And so it's this very, very special family that not only has the heart for, but the ability to care for some of these kids. So talk a little bit about on that.
Yeah. So the state actually has it broken down into different levels of care. And it's based on maybe the trauma the child has experienced, right? But also their physical and intellectual needs. And so we have to train families accordingly. So we have, moderate need children, but you also have your children that are a little more severe in their case, right? So we have to train the families to make sure that they are able to, that they're equipped to love these kids. Arrow also has a branch of our organization. It's called Arrow Health Solutions. And what that is we provide durable medical equipment to the families, to the children, training, 24-hour assistance. So if they need a feeding tube, if they need incontinence pads, whatever, a wheelchair, a bed, something like that, Arrow comes alongside that family and assists with that, because yes, that is the reality. And, and that's kind of like some of the physical medical needs, but we also have our behavioral health team, which really helps on the clinical side of things, because we have a lot of children coming to us that have experienced extreme trauma. And, just the removal from their parents is trauma in itself, right? Even if they were in a really horrific environment, the actual removal is very traumatic. So our team, again, comes alongside not only the child, but that family to kind of give them the tools to work through some of those emotions that come up and that kind of thing.
fantastic. So we're running up against it. I've got two real quick things that I want to say real quick about my experience with Santa. I've got two things that have occurred over the last couple of years that really stand out. One is I had a young man about yay high. He would come over, he would talk to Santa for about 5 minutes and then wander off. And then he'd come back and talk to Santa and wander off. And he was just such a bright little dude. And we're sitting there talking, and he just got solemn at one point. It's just like, well, what's going on? Tell me. And he's like, as a little bitty dude, he's just like, the only thing I want for Christmas is to spend Christmas with my siblings, with my brother and my sister. And he was, I know you guys work really hard to keep them together, but sometimes there's reasons they can't. So it's not just being pulled from the parents, it's being pulled from your brothers, your sisters, your family. Yeah. And so, that one broke my heart. But he's such a cool dude. I don't know where he is or what he's doing now, but he's such a cool kid. He's got such a great life, hopefully ahead of him. The other one was a young lady about yay high, and she captured my heart when she says, the only thing I want for Christmas is for the Aggies to win a national championship. And she and I connected on a level that it was amazing. She did such a great job. So, all right, with that, we're actually out of time. Phil, if you want to ask a question after, or what do you got?
Back in the day, the probation officers handled child placement and so forth. And I had one family, the 17-year-old boy wanted to stay with the father. The 15-year-old daughter wanted to stay with the mother. And so interviewing the 11-year-old boy, he finally said, "Can I say something?" And I said, "Sure." He said, "I don't care which parent I live with, as long as I stay at home."
Yep. It is this is a hard thing. This is a hard thing for the kids. As she said earlier, it's not the kids' fault. They did nothing. And one thing you also learn as Santa, when you're hanging around foster kids and kids like that have gone through some trauma, there's no such thing as the naughty and nice list. None of these kids are naughty. None of these kids did anything to deserve what they are. They are all on the nice list, plain and simple. So, Raven, thank you so much. It's my favorite time of the year. We love what you do for our community, for our people, and we love you. Love you guys. All right. We're running pretty tight here. My apologies. We did go a little bit longer than I meant. So we don't really have the time for a whole heck of a lot of announcements. If you got one or two real quick.
So you heard a lot about Arrow Child and Family Ministries on the Facebook page, on the event for Arrow Child and Family Ministries. You can't just show up as much as we'd like to. You need to sign up. So there's actually a little registration. The link, if you want to buy toys, go there. You can do that. There's also a QR code on the paper. So please go and sign up and get that done so that we're in and we can all show up together.
And if everybody will buy at least 16 toys by the time we leave today, it'll be fantastic. All right, Roland. I don't see your phones out buying toys.
Networking pays. And we know that because the young lady that came first time last time won $20. If you don't play the game, you can't win the money. Also, next week we're going to have to do 2 games because of the holidays. So keep that in mind. Next week is going to be Sanford and TU. Oh, and if you don't play, you can't win.
Awesome. And so the week of Thanksgiving, we are not meeting, don't forget, but we are meeting next week. So don't get that confused. Next week, we'll still be here. And just so you know, we have 1 day, 2 hours, 53 minutes, and 44 seconds till the Aggies are 10-0 and beat the hell out of South Carolina. Whoop. All right. Let's go ahead and get to our drawing. So what we have here is we have a fantastic bottle of wine. We have a $10 gift card to Sonic. We got a Christmas thingy that lights up, which is really kind of cute. And we have a shirt. I don't know what's on the shirt. Does it say Adam is great? Is that what's on the shirt? Okay, that's fantastic. And we have a half-drunk cup of coffee. Weird. All right. So how this works. So if you've never been here before, if you're picked first and you get to pick from the lot, your second person gets to pick with whatever's left over all the way to the last person. There's only 4 gifts, gets whatever's left over. So first is going to be David from Nico. Nico's, you are, must be present and paying attention. All right. So Donna, pull me one more. They'll be at the very end. So that, oh my gosh. Where did Jerry Martin go? There you are. You won again, sir. I know that's ridiculous, but congratulations, I guess. So John Martin, or excuse me, Jerry Martin's number 1. Susan Woods is number 2. Di is number 3, and number 4 is Alan Cunningham. So you pick the wine. You're going to pick the half-drunk cup of coffee. What does it say? Oh, I know where that came from. It doesn't say Adam is great. That's disappointing. All right. A iWorld volleyball shirt or a ornament? Yes, you're next. You want that? All right, Alan, you don't need stuff? All right, pick me another one. Oh my gosh, we're trying to get done, Alan. Golly. All right, I'm gonna give it to Bruce. Bruce, here, you got an awesome shirt. All right, we've got to get wrapped up here. You guys did a great job winning. Since they won, what's that make us? You're not losers. Golly, I don't know why y'all say that. Awesome. Fantastic. Guys, thank y'all so much. Don't forget to sign up over here so you can win a little extra cash by picking 2 numbers. Don't forget to buy 16 toys or 1 or just none. We're going to buy them anyway. And then with that, we will see y'all here next week. And what do we say? No, we say bring a friend. Bye, y'all.
Have a great week.
A great weekend.
You too.
Thank you. Thank you, Jeff.
Is that everybody else?
It's a dream. I will know it's not. This is our heart souls together. That's what we have.
See you, Bruce.
Have a good weekend, everybody.
Thank you, son.